To perform our first drill, the cook hip lift, we're going to begin lying down on the ground with the knees bent about 90 degrees. We're going to take a tennis ball and place it on the bottom of the rib cage, and then take the leg on that same side and lock that ball down so we're making contact. We're going to lift the toes on the opposite foot so we can press through the heel, and then we're simply going to bridge the glutes up. Now you may not get that high at first, which is fine, but we're trying to activate those glutes here, and you're also going to get a nice stretch in the hip flexors on that right leg. Now Nicole's doing a really good job here of keeping that leg locking down into that tennis ball. If you try to use your lumbar spine, your lower back, to get up, that knee is going to get away from you. And what that's going to do is cause you to drop the ball. So we're not looking to do that. She's going to reposition the ball again in on that rib cage, lock it down, make sure she keeps that nice core neutral position and drives up to activate the glute. Remember not to try to arch the lower back in attempts to get the hips up. Here's a great drill to help open up tight hip flexors. It's called the high kneeling hip flexor series. Nicole gets into a high kneeling position and brings one leg in front of her. She then extends the arms up overhead, and the first thing she does is she contracts the glutes on that right leg in an attempt to further increase the stretch on the front of that hip. She then dips into that left knee, holding that core neutral position as she drives forward, keeping those arms extended overhead. Next, after 5 reps, she's going to continue to drive the knee forward, but each time she's going to lean over to the side. Now we're going to bring the muscles on the side of the torso and the lats into the equation as well and create an even deeper stretch going into those hip flexors. After 5 reps of bending over to the side, the final position is going to take the bar down right about chest level, and now she's going to rotate over to the side. The big thing you want to watch here, as you can see she just pinched the shoulder blades back a bit, is you don't want to hyperextend through the lumbar spine, the lower back. You want to try to keep your belly button pulled in tight and the glutes engaged, especially on that right leg, so we can really get a great stretch in that hip flexor. And that's 5 reps of each, and that's the high kneeling hip flexor series. For the single leg excursions, you're going to begin balancing on one leg. You're then going to squat down and reach your leg out in front of you, and then to the side, and then finally behind you. Now how far down you get is going to depend on strength and ankle mobility here. But you're also looking to do is really watch the alignment of the knee over the foot. As we'll come in tight here in just a second, you can see that when Nicole reaches forward, she keeps that knee in line with the rest of her foot. Now when that right leg goes out to the side, she doesn't allow the left knee to pinch in and follow it. She keeps that alignment, and the same thing when she reaches behind. And that's the single leg excursion. You want to go 4 to 5 rounds of each. The stability ball cobra is a great drill that just about anybody can benefit from, and that's because it focuses on muscle groups that tend to go underworked, namely the middle upper back muscles, as it helps to increase thoracic extension and external rotation. To begin, position yourself over a stability ball and keep your body nice and long. Then bring your arms up with your thumbs pointed towards the ceiling until they're just past the level of your shoulders, and then work them around in a wide arc, making sure that those thumbs continue to point towards the ceiling. This is keeping your arm in that externally rotated position, building flexibility through the pecs and range of motion in the shoulders, and as I said, increasing thoracic extension. A great drill for shoulder health and to help improve bad posture. And these are called stability ball cobras. For our final drill, the stability ball rollout, we're going to position ourselves in a high kneeling position behind a stability ball with our hands on the back third of the ball. Keeping a nice core neutral posture, we're going to begin by rolling the ball forward, making sure to drive the glutes first, and keeping that nice plank position as we go over until the forehead touches the ball. We want to make sure that we're dragging the ball back in with the abs and not just sending the glutes back towards the heels first. Very challenging drill to help increase core strength and spinal stability. Make sure that the glutes drive on the way out, and then you're really dragging back up with that nice straight arm position as you come through.